fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
Greetings, young Jedi.
hello there.
Hey everyone, Hybrid Tour Reviews here, and today we are taking a look at the Ghost. No, not the Micro Galaxy Squadron one in front of you. This one could be described as the Macro Galaxy Squadron. I present the Vintage Collection Haslab Ghost, which does not fit in the trunk of an 01 Saturn SC1. This behemoth of a box contains a long-awaited Haslab pickup. I would like to point out, I am, as 212 Hunter described, big-backed. Here I am besides this box. Now, speaking of 212 Hunter, this is entirely thanks to him. He provided this to me as a gift, as a token of friendship. He and I have always done things for each other, just collectors helping collectors, and man, do I have to pay it back big somehow. So, this is my Haslab Ghost in the Hasbro factory shipper. Nice and big and imposing. If you look around the box, it actually says Team Lift in places. This is just insane. For this step of the process, I'm going to be using my handy dandy box cutter. If you don't know how to use a knife by this point, find God and or a parent to help you. I'm just going to cut the tape. Bring it forward just to give you a look. You see there's another innocuous brown box inside. And my box had a box. This is another very similar looking Hasbro shipper box. I will say, solid move on Hasbro's part. Let the outside box get beat up, and then hopefully the inside ones will fare better. This one has just the tiniest bit of foxing going on up here. I think we're still going to be okay. Another cut. Just wow. Oh man. The presentation is beautiful. The vintage looking white box with the ginormous artwork on it. Just wow. The box is insane. Has a big Ahsoka logo. The Ghost, it implies that there are the carded figures included. Hasbro 14+. And just this ginormous diorama of the Ghost parked in a hangar, surrounded by crates. My 3D printer will be busy. Includes the Phantom 2, as it should. You see the TVC Ahsoka and Hera conversing out there with that Kenner logo. Whole bunch of legal stuff down here that no one's gonna read. Just insane. You got the Ghost, a bunch of the promo photos of the characters inside, things that we saw on the campaign page. Over here, you have your grayscale diorama, or just art of the ship, I should say. Just insane. Wow. I just don't even know what to do here. Around back, you have the same art on the front, just a render instead. Actually, with it lit up a lot more, you see there's a lot more crates going on in that photo than you would have thought. But just wow. Let's go ahead and open her up. So, you can open it from either end, of course. I'm going to open it from this end, which would be to the right if you were looking at the front of the box. Cut the tapes. Pull open the side tab, and it would appear I made the correct choice, because here is our instruction manual, and I would advise, if you are getting one, to follow it. There's a whole page of legal numbers that I will not be reading, and this whole book, so much info on the pieces and how to connect them, and is something that I will read up on between takes, because we're going to get this put together. So, setting that aside as to not lose it. Taking a look inside the end of the box, you'll see that there are a number of boxes that come out kind of modular, and that is nice. Makes the experience of opening it very pleasant. And this top box features the landing gears and such, and all the subsequent boxes will contain similar cool additions. This is the box I'm personally most excited about. The flat box. And they all feature a really cool graphic of the ghost on it. Opening her up. Oh yeah. This is where our figures are. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. We have 4 very minty TVC card backs here. We have Garzeb Aurelios as he appears in Season 3 onwards in Rebels, looking amazing. Here's Season 3 onwards Kanan Jarrus, my favorite appearance of this character, and a figure I'm super happy to have. Not opening any of these, however. Season 3 and onwards, Ezra Bridger, a super cool look and one that I'm super glad to have. However, I'm going to be getting the Ahsoka series one to open because, again, I don't want to open these special card backs. Here is Hera Syndulla as she appears in Rebels, looking oh so beautiful and loaded with accessories. I'm super amped about this one. Let's get the rest of these pieces out of the box. This is where the weight is, this big box. And we have another littler box. The biggest box features the core of the ship where you'll be attaching everything on. This box contains a lot of very important parts and pieces. When you pick it up, you might initially see this top tray just has stuff like landing gear in it. Underneath the top tray are a lot of important bits. So this top tray does feature some interior pieces like all of the furniture and the canopy and the landing gears, but underneath is where you'll find the Phantom 2. We have our canopy bubble. This encloses all of our characters inside in their seats and really just makes the ship feel whole. You just nest it in like so. There we go. And there's that. Big thing I've heard people talk about is attaching the engines. The engines all have different pipes going into them, and they are only one going in each particular spot. There's no interchangeability, so you just want to nest those pipes in where they would receive, and that is the side that they'll go on. Flipping the ship over, like so, will reveal the underbelly, where there are a couple of panels that you pop out, and they reveal where the landing gear pops in. You can either have these on or the landing gear, not both. And that is A-okay. I think the majority of us are going to be leaving the landing gear on so we can display it in a landed way. Now we're sturdy and ain't going anywhere. We do have our Phantom 2 shuttle looking just perfect. I love everything about this, including the little chopper on it. Now, as I understand, that does unpeg. Yeah, it's kind of tight in there. It's coming out. You can actually remove the chopper head if you don't want him there, if you want to like put him somewhere else in the ship, if you buy the figure that has the body. It is nice that they include a chopper, though, just for the general ship. So, Phantom box on like so. In the back upper quadrant. Nice and secure, but it pulls away easily enough too. I do like that. That is a good form. This is the bubble turret. Bubble turret goes in the top center of the ship, like so. All these body panels do have little indications, R1, L1, stuff like that on them. And this is a great time to reference your assembly manual. And it shows you right there what order to put them in. On all the videos I've seen of people doing this, it's just so large that they have to like reach around to do stuff. It reminds me of those like chiropractor videos you see on TikTok, where You're just reaching around trying to find leverage and then snapping it in. Now, they said in their assembly video, be a little rough, you know, it can take it, you can ram, you know, because these clips are meant to snap together when they go together. So give it a little reach around and just go for it. Middle portion is supposed to go on first, and like so. And then the other portions, your corners, actually slide onto that when they're aligning. And so it keeps everything in order. There we go. Starting to look like a ghost now. Nearing the end, this tray will become important. This tray features the internal furniture. It also features our last external component, which is the chin turret. This goes underneath of the cockpit, like so. We're going to lift it up just for the sake of seeing it. And it pegs in, snap. And that is one assembled ghost. So here we're going to take a much closer look at the ghost. So to take things apart, you have to remove the ball turret. It slides out like so. And then you just reach in and pop. You pull out this large upper panel, set that off to the side, and that begins to give you a nice look at the interior of the ship. And then if you reach in the back and snap, there we go. We have the back panel, the Phantom 2 comes with it. We'll set that down over here. So you guys know the Ghost. It has that nice kitchen kind of dining room area that everyone likes to hang out in, and that is where a lot of this furniture goes. So here you have the hollow chest table, a staple of any Star Wars freighter ship, and it snaps onto this round indent like so. I guess not snap, it just presses on. We have Zeb's probably uncomfortable wooden lounging chair, but man, does he lounge in it. This just sits in there free, it's loose, and I'm going to set it in like so. Here we have the dining room table. Much like in real life, the Ghost crew doesn't really sit at this very often. It kind of just hangs out over here in this side somewhat. It's a free-floating piece. It just is where it is. And then there are these two stools, and these kind of just plop wherever, and people just sit wherever they're comfortable. They're meant to be free-floating, so you can kind of just set the scene however you would like it to be. Personally, I think I'm probably going to store this, and maybe even these stools. I was thinking maybe, if anything, I might put like double-sided foam tape under things to stop them from scooting too much. However, it does give the general Ghost interior a nice lived-in vibe, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got to have some furniture to make it really feel like home. This chair's here's molded in. Oh, but it swivels. That's cool. Love me a swivel chair. Over here you get an aerial view of the bunk rooms, and they just look oh so cool. Fun fact, when the bubble turret is actually installed in the roof panel, it does just hang out right here in the center of the hallway. That's somewhat accurate. They would run between the bunks and climb up a ladder to get into it, so like I totally get the choice there. That's just what you have to do to make it work, and there is nothing wrong with that. And yeah, looks oh so super cool. The bunks have these removable top pieces so that you can help get your characters nestled into the beds, and then you can like close them in. And yeah, it's just a good function all in all. Super satisfied with that. And of course, we do have to take just a quick look at the cockpit. I do love this. This has so much character. There are the 4 unique seats in there. They also swivel. I love a swivel chair. These are so cool. Sabine's can like swivel, so you can like be messing with the controls over here. You got Hera's seat, Kanan's seat. He's the only one with armrest. That tracks. And it's just oh so cool. You have the yellow ladder going down to the non-existent, unfortunately, garage. There wasn't really any great way for them to accomplish that being in there. But it's nice that they at least give the implication. I love all of these sculpted controls all over in there. It just looks oh so cool. And down below is the ball turret. So this is covered up when you cover up the hatch. Like everything is just enclosed all in one hit. But this is the nose turret, and it swivels and hinges. And this is also where Ezra would sometimes just hang out and chill and just look at space and look at that photo of his mom and dad that he had. I will say, this is not a true 3 3/4 inch scale ghost. It had to be scaled down somewhat. They did include a lot of the important things, but one of the things is like this seat is just way too high. You know, when you put a figure in here, their head's going to be, it almost looks like the front pilot seat if you didn't know. And nothing wrong with it, but just pointing it out. And yeah, I do really like that they've really tried to accomplish everything important here that you would want to have. So you've seen me assemble my ghost. You've seen my initial thoughts. I'm just processing right now. This is absolutely insane. 212 Hunter, thank you. Thank you. I don't even know what I'm going to do to repay this. But it is an amazing, immense piece that, for those that had to wait, I'm sure you'll be satisfied with. I didn't know I was getting it till a few days ago, so I didn't have to wait. But yeah, this is just incredible. And of course, he couldn't give me an incomplete gift. He also sent me the Chopper and Sabine figure set, which completes the Rebels mural cart back, and unfortunately means I have to go and meet the Rebels cast again at Comic Cons. I say unfortunately, they're all very nice people, and I will be getting all of these signed. They will be staying minty and preserved, and that is the forever plan here. And I got to pick up some Rebels characters now to stock this with. So I did pick up the Ahsoka series Hera at Buy Sell Trade Ashtabula, a local shop I do love a lot. Got her for a really good price. And I'm going to have to pick up that Season 1 Kanan and Zeb, and I guess I'll pick up the Ahsoka series Ezra. I think I'll track down another Sabine and Chopper 2-pack to get these characters. I think I want these versions of these characters for my open set, if I can find them for a deal. So yeah, and glass coffee table hunting begins as well, because now I need to have a place to display this. So thank you for the problems, 212 Hunter. But that's it for now. I'm going to go get this unboxing edited and just begin to wrap my mind around the reality that is, I have to review this. Like, this is, I thought Hot Toys were difficult. This is going to be fun. So, keep an eye out for that. Without further ado, may the Force be with you. And until next time, have a good one. Bye!